Welcome, ladies and gents. Welcome. I've got a special stream for you guys tonight. So tonight, we're going to be checking out a game that I've fallen in love with for so many years. This game has been in early access since technically around 2014. So don't let that confuse you. Okay, so I mean, there's a lot to explain, and I want this stream to be kind of a beginner's guide on what Star Citizen is, what it's all about. So because if you're going to start looking up this game, you're going to go down a very twisted web of what to believe and what not to believe. So hopefully you've come to trust me in my opinion on certain things, and hopefully it aligns somewhat with whatever, you know, your opinions may be on games and other items and things like that. So the best way to do this is to kind of really just show you what this game really is, okay? And so I'm going to turn this music down just a little bit so that I can kind of guide you through this. So first of all, for those of you that are going to want to try this game, okay, there are times during the year where it's free. Right now is not one of those times. So if you want to get this game, it's not going to be free for one thing. However, it does not cost as much as a normal game. You can get into this game right now for about $40 or so, and I'm going to show you guys that. If you look in my chat, like kind of in the pinned comment on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, you'll have to come over to YouTube to see the links and stuff that I use for this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go essentially to that link, and I am going to show you what is involved with Star Citizen and what you can do. So first of all, this is the website. So if you click the link that's at the top of my or my pin linked in the chat, this is where it's going to take you, okay? It's pretty much going to take you to here. Now, I'm already logged in, so obviously I can't go this process. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to click download, okay? This is going to take you to this right here. This is where you can find out what the PC requirements are. Now, one thing I do want to mention is this game is still in early access. It is still a very, very work in progress. Always remember that first. You no longer need the beefiest of systems in order to run this. So I have no way of knowing if it's going to be right for you and your computer. So yes, so there's many guides out there that let everyone know exactly what computers are going to be able to run this better than others and whatnot. But I will say that over the years, it's gotten a lot easier to run on more normal systems, okay? So with that being said, you can jump into the universe here. You've got learn how to play. You can find guides, things like that. So obviously you would just click jump into the universe by clicking download here, and then it's going to start the RSI setup launcher and all that kind of stuff, and you'll go through the process. Now, one of the things that I wanted to mention to all of you is there's a code that you see like right kind of below me here. That code is that when you do sign up for the game, use that code and you will get some extra in-game currency to buy ships or outfits, armor, weapons, all different types of stuff in the game. So I just wanted to show you kind of what the website, you know, don't be scared of everything. It can be a little confusing at first, and my job here is to hopefully guide you through it to make it a little bit easier for you. So let's get to the actual game here, and then we'll kind of discuss more about this stuff here, and then we'll go from there. All right, so this is the RSI launcher. So once you've set up your account and all that kind of stuff, this is what you'll end up seeing and doing and whatnot. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to head into the game. So I'm going to be joining the PTU. The PTU stands for the Public Test Universe. The game is in alpha, and it's been in alpha for a very long time. So you've got the PU, and then you've got the PTU. The PU is the public universe, and the PTU is the public test universe. You'll be downloading the public universe. So think of it like this. Think of there's a stable version of the game, and then there's a test version of the game. So when new features and updates come out, it goes to the test version of the game first. Everyone tests it to get it running good, that kind of thing. then it gets pushed over into what they call the live version. So as you can see, the live version here is 4.21, whereas the PTU version is 4.30. We are going to be jumping in to 4.30 today, okay? Let me change one little thing here. A little bit there. I'll put that a little higher. All right, so let's jump in. So we're going to launch game. I'm going to show you exactly what it is to launch. Remember, there's bugs, there's all kinds of stuff. They're still in the developmental process, so I hope everyone's having a good night tonight. It might have been a while since some of you have seen this game, especially for those that used to watch it on my channel, as I used to play this game a lot, and I really haven't got a chance to play it a lot lately just because of my schedule and how I'm doing everything, and I haven't had a chance to play a lot of it. So, you know, we're going to experience it together again and all that good stuff. A lot has changed, especially since the last time that I've played it. So keep that in mind as well. And this is the PTU, so there might be more bugs because this is not released to the live version yet. So what you guys are going to see is pretty much everything that's completely up to date of what you can do in this game with new features and new ships that are in and things like that. So, all right, first things first is you've got your options here and then your graphics that you can set. You can see that I've got this on 4K, DLSS, very high. We're going to turn a few things down. We're going to turn motion blur off. We'll leave VSync on, no film grain, cinematic aberration, it doesn't really matter. Field of view, I'm going to bring this up to about 95. The music in this game is really, really cool and awesome. I love the music in this game. As you can see here, we got game settings. There's all kinds of things. Like, it can be very, very daunting to begin with. Just don't worry about any of that stuff yet. If you're using mouse and keyboard, you can see what you do here. There's also HOTASs and different types of flight sticks and everything that you can use. I plan on doing a video of a new HOTAS that Thrustmaster has sent me. I haven't had a chance to do the video yet, but I am going to get on it and put out a video of me showing you how to use a dual stick HOTAS system. But I guess it wouldn't be called HOTAS. It'd be hands-on stick and stick, HOSAS, or whatever you call it. But yeah, so you could use controller, you could use keyboard and mouse. This is only a PC game. This is not a game that can be played on consoles because it's impossible. This game is too graphically advanced. There's no way this game could be on console. Okay. Not sure what just happened there. Program files, AverMedia Streaming Center. I don't know what is going on with that. Easy anti-cheat system. I don't know if it's failing. That's probably something you're not going to have to worry about because AverMedia is what I use to do my streaming with when I do console gaming. So I don't know what's going on with that, but my AverMedia is failing for some reason. That has nothing to do with what you guys would. This is not on the game itself. It looks like they're cheating, or their anti-cheat system is having a problem with my AverMedia, or maybe it's telling me I need to update my AverMedia or something like that. How do you play on mouse and keyboard? Just like any other normal game. I mean, you can use controller if you want. You don't have to play on mouse and keyboard. So for instance, let's just go into here. This is the Arena Commander. So if you don't want to join the live PTU build or anything like that where you can see other players, you can do multiplayer here. This is your co-op and your PvP where you can go in and do all kinds of stuff. And so for instances, we're just going to check out a free flight, but we're going to do it offline. And then we're just going to go free flight. And then I'm going to choose a specific map. Let's do Dying Star. And then I'm just going to pick a vehicle. We're going to do this with, let's just take the Gladius. And then launch. All right, so let's take a look at this. All right, so like I said, there'll be little bugs here and there, but it doesn't mean anything's wrong. All right, so here you are. So we're inside our ship. This is kind of the layout of the ship and what it looks like. And we're in front of a dying star that's in the middle of exploding. So you can see here we're inside the ship, so you can actually hit a button that allows you to move around. So you can look. You can see there's a planet right there. Dying star right in front of us. You've got your cockpit here, your character, and all that stuff. It's a lot to explain. I get it. Now, if you hit F4, you go into third person. So when you're in third person, you can move the camera around so you can see what your actual ship looks like. And you can see yourself in there. This ship is called the Gladius. So Star Citizen has technically two games that come with it. One game is called Star Citizen. It is the multiplayer MMO RPG style game. You also have this game called Squadron 42. So this is the single player. This is from the same guy, for those of you 90s fans out there, this is from the same guy that did Wing Commander. Remember the Wing Commander games with Mark Hamill and Malcolm McDowell and all them, this great Wing Commander games from the 90s and stuff. He's the same guy who did that. So this is kind of his version of Wing Commander for the future. But yeah, as you can see here, this is just a map that we can just run around in. We got a station down there that we can land and whatnot. There's a planet over there to the left. Now you can move around in this, all your normal stuff. So this is camera mode. So now we're in flight mode, so we can move around, we can do all of this normal stuff here. That's third person. We can switch by hitting F4, and we can go back to inside the cockpit. We can still do the same thing and move around here. And all this good stuff. It's really cool. Now it's got Newtonian physics, all that kind of stuff in the game, so it's more of a realistic space combat game and all that kind of. It's not arcadey as much. It's way more realistic than a normal one. So we can press, and if you take a look, we can press in. That will bring down our landing gear. And then we can go ahead and land, like, say, right here on this. So this is one of the things that really separates this game from a lot of other games that are in this genre. So let's go ahead and land. You can do this in first person or third person. It's totally up to you. I kind of like to do it a little mixture of both here.
Shut up and take my money.
I will. Trutchers, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, okay, so this is not really a landing thing, I don't think. Because, we just keep moving.
Launch complete. Landing complete.
There we go. Okay. I think that's good. So, what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and add that $5 to the donation goal. Thank you so much, bud. Appreciate you. All right, let's get back in here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out so you can see it from this angle here. I'm going to hold down Y. It's going to take us out of the ship. There we go. So now we are currently in third person view. So this is not our character. We haven't created the character yet. This is just going into the game's arena commander mode. So you don't use your created character in this because we don't have it yet, but the mouse controls your head. It's got this thing called FOIP, where if you have a camera set up, you can talk into the camera and then you'll see his mouth moving. It can do the movements with your head. I don't have that hooked up right now, but you can do that if you have that hardware. If you have a camera and a microphone, you're able to essentially, move your head, talk to people. That's how you do your stuff. So let's go back into first person. So this is what first person looks like here. And as you can see, you can move around, you can run. You know, right here is gravity on these landing pads, but you can just as easily jump off. And now you're just kind of floating. You can see your body there. What's really cool is if you go into third person, and you can move around like this, almost like you're flying. I mean, how is gravity being generated? Because it's a landing pad, so they put some type of artificial gravity on there that allows you to do that. And then when you come up over top of this surface again, you'll see that you'll stick down to it, just like that. Truckers, another $5. Hey man, greetings from Turkey. It's 2 a.m. here. So good night. Have a nice stream. Man, you deserve it. Thank you for another $5, dude. Really appreciate you, man. Don't forget, you should definitely try this game if you haven't already. Make sure you click that link and use my code. So you can move around in first or third person, okay? If you want to bring out a weapon, you can press 1, and then you have your first person shooter. If you hit F4, it's a third person shooter. And it works the same way, as you can see, except you're moving like this. Of course, if you hit that button, in a way you can move around your character. Now, the sound is muffled because this is space. It's not true to 1, so, you know, you're still going to be able to hear sound even though there would be no sound, obviously. But you can hit your ship, see? You can see how, like, kind of your camera shakes around and moves and all that. You can aim first person down the sides. You got your reload. You also have a, which I don't know if we have. Nope, we don't have a. Okay, we got a knife. So if you wanted to do some stealth gameplay, you could use the knife. You can block. You got dodge. By hitting twice. Got like a kind of a stab there. You can hold it down for a heavier strike. Pretty cool. And then, oh yeah, so look at the bottom left. You see your heartbeat. Every time you do something, see my heartbeat going up and down, up and down. If you're running, your heartbeat will slowly start to go up. Notice how it's at 130, 133, 134, 137, 142. It'll keep going all the way up until your heart rate gets to a point where it's tiring you out and you'll start to not be able to see clearly, other things like that. It's like a survival type of game. I don't actually, you know what? That's a good question. I don't think you move that way. It's not 100% like, you know, Newton's laws. But I guess we could take a look at it if we wanted to and see. Let's see. So we're going to come to a stop here. Now notice, see, we'll keep going in the same direction. Hey, I can't stop. Holy crap, dude. Treachers, or hopefully I'm saying your name right. Thank you so much for the 25. Hey, I probably should tell you, if you want to make sure, that's 510. That's definitely not what that was. So I think this is 35 now. If you want to make sure that I get 100% of what you're sending, the best thing to tell you is to use the link in the description called Stream Elements, because YouTube will take 30% of everything you're sending me. So I just want to make sure you know that, okay? All right. So here we go. Let's see. Let's come to a stop. Now, yeah, see, if I go in any direction, you'll just keep going. See, I'm not even pressing it. So whatever direction you're moving in, you'll stay moving in that direction. You can move your entire body around like this. All right, let's come to a stop. Okay. It does look like it's kind of moving us back a little bit, but I don't think it's moving us in the way you think maybe. Or at least it's, yeah, I don't think they added that in there just yet though. Would have been cool though. Hey there, how you doing? What's up? I just called to say I love you. Sorry. All right. Let's get back on here. All right, so we can press and hold R to holster our weapon. So these are the weapons that we have on here. There's gimbaled and fixed. Fixed means they go in one direction, straight ahead. They're not gimbaled. So what gimbaled means is that wherever I aim my mouse can move where the bullets go. It's angled that way, you know. So fixed weapons are a little different than gimbaled, but they have two different meanings. If you're someone who wants had to have better aim, then go for gimbaled. If you're someone who wants to have really good control, like with HOTASes and things like that, then you want to go fixed. But I'll show you the animation. So this is the ship. It's a very smaller ship. This is one of the starter ships you can get. It's a little bit more expensive than the normal ships, like the ones that you start with, but this is a starter ship that you can get. There's a place in here for weapons access. You can press F there, and you can place your weapon here. So if we were to get out our weapon right here, we can place it. We hit F, and then that's how we can store weapons. So anytime we come out and we want to go to a bunker or something on a planet, you don't need PayPal. You can use cards, just so you know. If you go to that website, it should allow you to use cards. I think it just depends on what country you're from. I'm not sure if your country has laws that don't allow you to do it. So if they don't, then you can continue to use, you know, the way you're doing. Then I'm going to bring this weapon back here. There we go. There's animations for this, so you can look down your weapon. There's customization, so you can add sights. You can fully customize your weapon. You got crouch. There's prone. Everything you could use is in this game. I don't remember what the customization button is because it's been so long. But you used to be able to click on this and interact with your weapon. I'm pretty sure you still can. I just don't know how to do it right now. But anyways, let's get back in. Let's close that back up. Let's get back in the ship. We'll show you how it looks like in first person here. So, as I said, there's two versions of this game. One is the single player story. That's called Squadron 42. It's going to be released here in the next year or two. It's actually feature complete. They're just polishing the game right now. So, that's the single player. What you do in this version here, which I'll show you once we get into the actual world. Right now, we're just in Arena Commander. This is where you can learn how to pilot. This is where you can do anything you want inside of a confined space, whereas the open universe is when we get into the actual Star Citizen game, and you'll see that in a minute. But like I said, you also have your weapons. So pretty cool, huh? I think there used to be a thing where if you press, I don't know if it's page up or page down. I don't know if I actually have. Yeah, I don't have it on this thing here. I just wanted to show you the basic, simple. This is just a tiny little level for you just to mess around in. I don't think you can actually even land here. I'm not sure. Let me hit Alt-N. This is supposed to replicate some of the stations that you have in the main game. My bad. Sorry about that. Oops, I lost a piece of my ship. Look at the back. Yep, look at that. I just lost that little wing right there because I hit up against the side. And I still got mine. That's hilarious. These right here are supposed to replicate what you would see inside the game, and I'll show you that as well. But essentially, just this is where you would land.
Shut up and take my money.
Shut up and take my money. $6, $7. Thank you. It's a great game, yeah. Yeah, this basically, this is where you can learn your controls in flying and just walking around like normal, that kind of thing, without any fear of getting killed by a player or something similar to that. And you can see here, you can't do anything here, but you'd be able to, this is in the real game, you'd be able to call an elevator, it would take you down, and then you could go into the area. So we're done with this little thing here. So we're going to exit, proceed to the menu. I'm going to add that $7. Thank you so much, man. Okay. So now this is the same thing, except instead of choosing, we can go offline. You've got races. You've got Vandal Swarm, Pilot, Classic Races. We're going to do Pirate Swarm. This is bots. This is you learning how to do the combat in your ship with bots. So we're going to do a different map this time. We're going to do... let's do Broken Moon. And which ship? We're going to... Let's do... We'll keep the same ship for now because I just really want to show you this, first. So this is kind of like your arena bots mode. This will teach you, help you learn how to get better with fighting other ships.
Swarm.
Oh yeah, I liked Star Wars Squadrons.
Systems green.
Maybe I should do a stream on that. All right, so what's gonna happen is we're gonna get some bots that'll come in. I'm gonna hit G. This puts my gimbal on, so that way wherever I aim is where it goes. All right, so here we go. So we can zoom in here. You can see. What you want to do is you want to hit where those little circles are. I have him now. And you have different waves. There is an ending to this mode, which means that if you destroy all the ships, then you get like a special reward at the end. Now, you might notice that the game is going out of focus. That's because there's real physics here. So you have G's. If you move too quickly, then you're going to start to lose focus and you might black out. And what happens if you black out is the screen goes completely dark and you black out. And you got to wait a few seconds before you wake up again. There we go. There's another kill. So I'll show you what it is to black out here because it's really interesting. So if we go, you can black out easily by going as fast as you can in one direction. So what you want to do and then immediately turn around and you're like, or I guess you could do this maybe. Let's see. I think if you turn, okay, so there's helpful things in the game that keep you from being able to black out easily. So it's called couple mode. So as long as you got G-Safe and couple mode on, it's going to be much, much harder to black out. But you also have missiles. So we're firing some missiles at this guy. Direct hit. You can zoom in and watch it. There's the missile. Direct hit. Eagle 1, Fox 2. Oh, he dodged that one. Eagle 1, Fox 3. Direct hit. Like I said, this is just a free mode that allows you to be able to go around and have combat without the fear of, death and things like that. It just matters. It's just a wave-based thing. All right, so not only that, we have other types of modes. This is first person mode. So we're going to go into that. This is online too, just so you know. See how many different, you got Tank Royale, you got races, you got elimination, gun rush, we're going to do team elimination. I don't know if anybody's playing right now, or we'll find out. And then we'll just go ahead and launch. So this is only done online. I don't know if there's a match going on right now. Looks like there is. So this is your first person shooter. Okay, so there's no players in here right now. This is the PTU, so it's not like this is the live server. But essentially, it's just walking around inside different maps, and then doing shooting and. You know, it's like your regular kind of first-person shooter stuff. I think you got grenades that you can throw. We do have a handgun as well. All right, let's get into Star Citizen. I've shown you around the areas that you can go first to kind of get your bearings set. All right, this is the Persistent Universe, the PU. So this is the MMO RPG of Star Citizen. First off, we need to create a character. You can choose between, obviously, female. I'll show you, we're going to be a male, but I'll show you some of the options you can do female. So you can morph your face, you know, move the character around, change all the aspects. Give some very big lips there if you want. You can change the side of your head. Well, I can't see that right there, but if you go here, you can see that changes if you look down at her neck right there. Let's change her hair. So we got different hairstyles that we can choose. If that's your sort of thing. I always like this. I like this for males too. I think it looks cool. But yeah, you got all different kinds of options here that you can choose. How many gigabytes? Yeah, so this game, when you download it, it's going to be over 100 gigabytes. It's a very, very big game. Some of the best hair physics in a video game, period. Everything moves around so freely. The Mrs. Patricia Holmes look. The Rebel Without a Cause look. Like I said, there's a lot of options. There's a haircut out there for everybody. But again, you know, so not only that, you know, we didn't even go into, you know, you can change the complexion of your character, obviously. You can sculpt your character, or you can blend your character, meaning that if you have a certain, like, say you like the nose of a certain character or something. Let's say you like her nose. So you just go back and forth, so you can kind of square the nose that you want. If you like... let's say her chin or jaw, you can, you know, that would be not her jaw all the way, that would be her jaw. So you can blend different aspects of different, let's say you like her eyes. That way you can get a mixture. let's say you like her ears. And let's say you like her lips. It doesn't even come out like that. Oh, an RTX 3080 would be able to run this easily. But no, now you're kind of getting a chance to see cheekbones here, kind of how the morphing system works. Then you can go back to hair and then choose so many different hairstyles and whatnot. And then, of course, you could even put a beard on if that's your thing. Totally up to you. Eyebrows, different eyebrows, all that good stuff. And then, of course, you've got your dye, so you can change your hair whatever way you want it. You can add gradients, so that way the hair comes out a little bit more. Depends on what you want. So this will choose it how much you're using it or not. And then see how that changes, gives you kind of a like just the dyes, you know. I did do a few streams of Dragon Age. Yep, Veilguard. Yep. And then you got styling for women, so you can, you know, obviously change the kind of eyes, cheek makeup that you want. I'm no expert here, so I don't really. Lips, colors of your lips, you know, kind of a bit more pink. A lot of options to go with the character customization. And then, you know, you got piercings, so you can add yourself like a nose piercing, eyebrows. If that's your thing. Not only that, but you also have tattoos. So you want to put tattoos on. Kind of like cyberpunkish there. Kind of like that look. It's a pretty cool looking character. I like it. You can even go hardcore if you want. And then you click review, and then that's how your character looks. So you can load and save your character. So if I wanted to save this character as female shepherd, and then save, and then there you go. Now you've got a female shepherd. But this is no saves available in this because this is the PTU, not the PU. So in the PU, you'd be able to save this character. But yeah, not here. So I really like the way that that character looks. Now, you could switch over to the male if you want, obviously, as you can see here. Give yourself, let's see, blend the nose a little down. Not too much. Alright, so then not only that, we can actually go, let's get rid of some of these freckles, eye color, blue, textures. And then we can finer tune things by here. So we can move out where it is on the nose, take the cheeks out or in or up if we want to. Give a little bit more brow. Move this around a little bit. Lock the skin tone. Alright, and we can go to hair. I like this one too, kind of like the way that it moves there. It does need a random button. I think it actually may have. It does have a randomize all button. Let's see. Here's one I really like. I love this one for some reason. I really do. Let's go color picker. So obviously we're gonna go kind of blackish. There we go. Blackish. Looks pretty good, right? Old man veteran look. And again, anytime you want to go back into it, you know, you just go back out. There's, like I said, a lot of options, styling, all that kind of stuff here. But what we're going to do is we're going to pick the female. I like the female character that I picked here. So we're going to go with her. All right, accept. Now, when you first start up the game, we are going to do the tutorial. So this tutorial is for anybody that's just starting up. It shows them exactly the processes that they need to do to get into the game. The first thing, all right? So that's what we're going to do. So now this tutorial has been known to bug out from time to time. So let's just hope it doesn't. So there's 2 systems right now in the game. So what that means is, think of Earth. We are in the Sol system, right? Because the name of our sun is called Sol. So we are in the Sol system. In this game, there's 2 systems that they've made so far, called the Stanton system and the Pyro system. Stanton is your lawful system, where it's similar to our system. There's law-abiding, peace here with crime and all that kind of stuff. But Pyro is your more pirates. It's lawless. There's not an over-bodied system protecting all the planets. Each planet is their own. Each planet has their own type of protection, their own people. It's where, and we'll jump to Pyro at some point so you guys can see what it looks like. But we're going to start in Stanton. All right, so there are 4 planets in the Stanton system. Lorville, and I'll go from outside. So New Babbage is the furthest away from the sun, so it is the cold planet. So it's the furthest from the sun. It's the coldest. There's like a lot of snow, and it's very, very cold temperatures. So when you wear armor, you want to make sure the armor that you have on is the proper temperature gauge and that kind of thing. Area 18 is think of Coruscant. Coruscant is the entire planet is a city. The entire planet, there is no grass, there's no ground. The entire planet is nothing but a city, if that makes sense. Orison is what you see right here. That is, excuse me, let me say this a little bit better. These are the stations that surround the planets. The planets are Microtech, which is the furthest, then sorry, I'm having a hard time. Where was it? Area 18. Arcor. Arcor is Area 18. Orison is on the gas giant. So because this is a gas giant, you're in the sky. There is no ground here. It's just stations in the sky because it's a gas giant. There's no way to land on the ground. And then Lorville is kind of like your greasy kind of planet, a worker's place. And then the name of the planet is actually called Hurston. So I'd say the best place for us to start, we're going to start on New Babbage. New Babbage is, as I've said, it is the city that is on the planet Microtech, which is the furthest from the sun. Okay? And we're going to confirm our location. So we just have to wait until the server we're connecting to is called Delightfully Astronomy. And we just have to wait, and then we get right in. It doesn't take long ever to get in. The servers have, I want to say over 100 people per server, but I don't remember exactly what it is now. As a lot of things have changed. So there's no loading screens in this game at all. Okay? So the first initial load can take a while. So just, be patient. I'm going to show you the different armor sets that you can equip. I'm going to show you bounty hunting gameplay. I'm going to show you trading, commodities. I'm going to show you delivery missions, the process from going to space to a planet, all of that stuff in here. So what this is loading up right now is the entire live system. Each server, like I said, has at least 100 or something people on it. So you can come across other humans out there, but there's also NPC players as well. And it's a mix of NPC with real live people. Later, dealer. Whenever you get in for the first time, I recommend staying still for just about a minute, because you need to let everything cache. You need to let everything kind of, get used to you being there. So let me just explain what's on the screen. Obviously, in the left side, you've got the chat. This is the in-game chat. These are people that are inside this server that I'm on, and you can talk to all those people. You can hit F12 to bring the chat up or away, depending on if you want to see what people are saying or see what they're not saying. It can be confusing at times. It does take a little time to get into, but it's not that bad. All right, so you can see we're on a bed. You can go, you can look around. You see it's nighttime right now. There's our character that we just created. And we're going to get up. So, in order to get out of bed, it says that you want to hit Y. So we're going to follow all of the objectives that it tells us to do. Look around, use the mouse, obviously. Press F1 to go into our Moby Glass, so F1. It says go to the journal. This is your Moby Glass, so let me explain this. Your Moby Glass is like all of your information for the game, inside the game. This is where you're going to find missions, contracts. This is where you're going to be able to go to the maps to see the areas that you want to look at. This is where you can find out how your health is doing, your health, your body temperature. So if you're getting too cold or too hot, your heart rate, your oxygen. If you're in space and you're running out of oxygen, you got to put in another oxygen tank, and your drug level. So you can take drugs in this game. Those drugs help you to like run faster, do things like, say if you get injured, you can take a drug that will bring you back to 100%, even though your leg's still broken. And then you have to eventually you'll have to go to a hospital to fix your broken leg or something, but the drugs can help keep you in the game if you need to. What else? So we've got, if you want to give money to people, you got your wallet. So like if you and a friend are doing something and say, hey, can I borrow 1 million credits? Well, you can send money to people. You got a wallet. You got landing. So whenever you land on a landing pad and you want to refuel, let's say your ship took damage, you want to repair it. This is where you refuel the weapons, restock, and repair. Then you got all the vehicles that you currently have. This is where you can select the vehicles and then you can put different weapons on the vehicles or different paints, that kind of thing. But it says we need to go to the journal. Welcome to the verse. Currently, we are in New Babbage on Microtech, the 4th planet in the Stanton system. No, this is not on console. A great distance from humanity's origin in the Sol system, the 4 planets in the system are owned by mega corporations. Each planet has its own law, essentially. They govern their own region of space: Hurston Dynamics, Crusader, ArcCorp, and Microtech. New Babbage is a luxurious domed city. This is a domed city because we're on the planet that's furthest from the sun, and outside is very hazardous and cold. So it's a city that's built inside a dome. That serves as the corporate headquarters to Microtech, that leading computer and software developer in the Empire, best known for making Moby Glass, which is what we're reading this on right now, because our hands kind of like up like that as we're reading it. All right, so now we can back away from this. All right, next up, interaction mode. So press F to highlight any enemy. F is your be-all button, essentially. Anytime you want to grab something in the game, or touch something, interact with something, you're always going to hit F. It has 2 functions. Hitting it does the action. Holding it gives you multiple actions within that action. So right now, it says to drink this water. So in order to do that, we want to hit F, which will put the water in our hand. Now the water is in our hand. Now you can see, you can't really see it because my face is kind of covering it up, but we get options called drink, sip, or store. So we're going to hold this down and we're going to drink. Again, you'll need to do this because if you look in the bottom left, you can see our numbers, our hydration, and food. Our hydration now is at 77%. Our food's at our hydration's at 100. Our food's at 77. So we have this in our hands. We want to throw it away. So I'm just going to put it in this bin here. There you go. Even though that's not a trash can. Now we need to eat. So press F, pick it up, and then we're going to eat the burrito. Now you can see our food meter went all the way up, and we're good to go. Now we have a helmet. So in order to, with the helmet, yes, let's go pick up this helmet that they dropped here. So we press F to carry it. And hold F, and then click. And now we just put the helmet on. There you go. So now we have the helmet on. Next up, we need to interact with the door. What I want to do, though, before I leave is, where is my... Here it is. I'm doing something outside of it real quick. I want to put a weapon on. So this is... Listen, what I'm doing is more advanced, so you just got to take your time with it. I want to put... These are all the armors and stuff I've got. I want to go to weapons. And I'm going to equip a LMG. Semi-type pistol magazine. Magazine size is only 6. What else do I got? The Dead Eye pistol. It's the lightning bolt pistol. I don't want to go too weird. I'll just go with the permafrost. It's a ballistic. It's got 25 rounds. So what you do is you grab it from here, and then you put it where you see a little circle that opens up. Okay? Now you can see we got that weapon on our side there. I also want to bring I want to go to utility because I want to bring my multi-tool, and I'm going to put it in here on this side. And I want to go to other. Let's see what I got. Trophies. All right, let's see what I have. I got flashlight. Yeah, this isn't all my normal stuff. That's okay though. Other vehicle substance. Ammo, armor. Alright, I'm okay with this for now. Alright, let's get out of here. So open the door by just hitting F. And there you go. So currently it's nighttime, which is why you can't see, but you can see that's the city. And we need to follow where it says to go. Now, if you look in the top left, up over there, you can't really see, my hand see it, but that's the map. You see how it moves around with you, lets you know where you are. You'll see that map always, everywhere you go. You can also set waypoints by hitting F2, which will bring up your map. So this is your map of where we currently are. Let's say I wanted to set a waypoint to here. If you click on it, set route with R. It might not do it because we're like literally in the same room right now. But what you'll be able to do is, actually you should be able to do it this way. Should be able to change floors. Let's go floor 1, zone 1. Yeah, let's wait till we get out of here before we do that. I'm not trying to confuse you guys. Like I said, this is a game that does take a little time to get used to. There's so much you can do in here. We're going to head to the lobby. I'm going to turn the chat off. That way you can see more of the screen. All right, here's the lobby. It says view the area map. So you'll see these things, the storage access. This is where you can get all of your storage that you have saved at a specific location you're at. So this game is real in the sense that you can't take every item. You don't have an invisible storage inside you. It's what you can carry is what you take.
Hey there.
Hey. So here is the map, and this will tell you where you are. You are here, and we need to head to the Metro Loop so that we can go to the space station, or to the where we need to get out of here. So first off, it wants us to use the kiosk inside Kel2, which is just your normal shop where you can purchase t-shirts, other things. What I do want to go ahead and get is a few of these. So this is called a med pin. So anytime you take damage in the game and your health goes down below 100, you can use a med pin, which will get your health back up to 100. Kind of like a stim. It doesn't mean it heals you. It just means it keeps you at 100% health until you eventually you can go to the hospital and fix it. If you have a broken leg or a broken toe, a broken arm, or whatever, you need to go to a hospital or a bed, hospital bed, to fix it. So I'm going to buy a few of these. So you can see he just picked it up. There we go. Buying a few. Now what happens is they go into your storage. So first things first, it wants us to use this kiosk here. These are things you can buy for your hangar if you want to decorate your hangar any way you want. There's a lot to get into, but there is something I want to buy. Personal weapons. I need... Here we go. I want the tractor beam attachments, so I'm going to buy that. Alright, it's stored at New Babbage right now. So what I need to do is I need to go to a kiosk. Right here. Storage kiosk. Now if I go to utility, you can see all the things I just bought are right here. So let's take a med pin and let's store them. And let's put our tractor beam inside our multi-tool. There we go. Now what that means is when we need to load cargo and stuff, we're able to use the tractor beam to load the cargo. All right, we're headed down. So there's so many places to show you. There's a food court, there's a bar, there's restaurants, there's everything you could get into, but we're going to follow the tutorial right now. All right, we need to go to the spaceport. See, that's where we go to the Expo Center or the Commons, but we're going to the spaceports. That's another live player. You see how they're moving around like that? And this is an actual real person that's playing the game as well. So we're just waiting 8 seconds before the tram arrives.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear.
Hello, Rain.
of passengers.
Is there a weight limit for the tractor beam? Yes. There are multiple different types of tractor beams. What we got was the one that fits in our multi-tool. There's another tractor beam that has a specific weapon that can pick up bigger boxes.
Careful. Doors are now closed.
And tractor beams that some can actually pick up ships. Let's go ahead and just take a seat. Now you can't see outside right now, obviously, because it's dark. So this would have been way cooler if it was not dark, because then you'd be able to see. You'd be able to see outside and stuff. But it's too dark right now to see the big city. So where we're headed right now is the spaceport. And let me know if I'm not doing a good enough job at explaining everything to you guys, because it's a very daunting to begin with. So I know it's a lot of information being thrown at people right away. So I'm trying to go slow and not overwhelm you guys with everything. Right now, I'm just doing the tutorial, and you can always read what we're doing straight above us, even though my chat's blocking it. It says ride to the spaceport. Yeah, if you're new, welcome. Say hello. All right, so we're at the spaceport. And then we need to take the elevator to it. A7, not 6. We are headed to the terminal. Hey, Drayden. All right. These are what NPC players look like. As you can see, this game would not run on a console. Not a chance. So if you do a crime and you get a fine, you'd be able to come here instead of going to court, and you could pay your fine. If you don't pay your fine and you get a crime stat, then you can get arrested and go to prison. Then you have to do work release, which means you have to mine or do a mission for the prison before they'll allow you to get out of prison. All right, there's the city. I know it's like really hard for you guys to see it because it's nighttime. All that down here is nothing but snow and ice. Okay.
Feels like systems enough profit machine to make it worth it.
Oh, 6 is disappointed because you said hi to. Okay. Hi to 6, not 7. Is that better? Oh, someone left their little thingy here. Who's a good little boy? He's a good little boy. All right.
Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
Oh no.
Hi, and welcome to New Baggage.
Okay, we're good. All right. This is our fleet manager.
To the ASOP
We have more ships than this, but for the tutorial, it just gives you a C8 Pisces. So click deliver, request delivery. All right.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Now you can retrieve the ship.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle selected.
It'll tell you where to go.
Your vehicle has
Center
been
Strain's
delivered.
large hangar.
Please visit us again.
All right, so we're take the elevator. And we're going to head to Center Strain's hangar. Remember, if you want to get this game, use that link and use the code that I have right here. If you use that code, it helps me and it helps you by giving you more money. You can get into this game as low as I think $40, or you can go higher if you want. It's all up to you. A lot of the ships you can buy are in the game. You don't need to spend real money. So here we go. This is our hangar. So let me slow down a little bit as we walk. Do a little sexy walk. In our little ship. I always love that. You can adjust how fast you walk and run by using the mouse wheel up and down. So I just put the mouse wheel all the way up, and now I put the mouse wheel all the way down. While you're walking, if you hold Z, you can move around your character so you can see your character. I'm not a fan of the way that this helmet makes my hair look. It might be glitched or something. But yeah. So this little ship is one of the starter ships that you can get. I didn't, but I still have this one. Did it do it? I don't hear it. I guess I don't have it on right now. Alright, so this is the Pisces. Very, very small ship, as you can see. Alright, so we're going to enter. You can hit T to bring up your flashlight. Alright, so this is, it's got a little space for cargo, like 4 SCU or something like that. It's got 2 jump seats, so if you want to bring your friends with you. And let's get in the ship. Alright, it says hold F, find the flight ready, which is right there. Or alternatively, you can press right Alt and R. So here we go, flight ready. Alright, turns the ship on. Okay, so now it says we need to go to the communications screen. So let's go here, scanning, configuration, communications, and we're going to hail. This will open. Looks like it's raining outside. As you can see, the hangar is opening. Alright, we're going to lift off by hitting space. In brings in your landing gear. There we go. Alright. Alright, it says reach the checkpoint, so we're going to press W. That moves us forward. If you hold down shift, you'll do a little boost. The boost is on the right side of the screen. You can see your meter going down, and then once you get to the red, that's when you want to stop your boost or whatever. And then it just recharges. You can see we're going 200 meters a second. That's the one that's on the left of the circle. There's different types of flight modes. This mode we're in is called SCM. It's the mode where you can fire your weapons and you move the slowest. When you want to move from planet to planet, you're going to go into a different flight mode that'll allow you to go faster. just going to keep following the checkpoints. All right, cruise control. So you can activate cruise control by doing Alt-C. What this means is now your W, S, and D, you can just hit it once, and then you can take your hand off of it, and you're still moving because you've got cruise control on. So this allows you to be able to take your hand off W, A, S, and D and just allow the ship to move on its own in whatever direction that you're in. And that way you can kind of focus on other things. It's cruise control. You guys know what cruise control is. All right, we're getting closer. All right, here is the next checkpoint. To gauge after, remember, it's teaching you all the little things about afterburner and all that. Keep going. You can see there's the space station up there. I mean, you can hold down F and then mouse zoom in. You can see it. You see the thing on the right side. You want to keep your vector good. On the right, it tells you your kilometers above ground level you are. We're 13 kilometers right now, and then it'll keep going higher and higher. When you see that disappear, that means you are in space now. You're no longer in atmosphere. This means when you see the kilometer, that means you're in atmosphere and you have to conform to the gravity of whatever planet you're currently on. All right, and here we go. Now, use quantum. So what we're going to do here, in order to reach this, is we need to press down the middle mouse button, or excuse me, hold B.
Shields offline.
Now we're in quantum mode. So your shields are going to go down, these things are going to start coming up, and we're calibrating. Now that we've done calibrating, we are going to hold down the left
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive.
left on the mouse, and then now we've just fast traveled essentially. Hi, baby. Now we're going a lot faster. Uh-oh.
Good night.
Okay. Oh, thank you, baby. And it crashed. Oh, we got all that way and it crashed. Good times. Good times. Remember, this is the test universe, so it crashes from time to time, but honestly, most of the time now, it doesn't really crash anymore. Not that much. So just remember, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so you will probably get more crashes with me. This time we're going to skip the tutorial. All right. Select location, new Babbage, enter. All right. What we were going to do is we were going to land on the space station, and then that was going to be the end of the tutorial. I've only been able to get the tutorial to finish once. In my entire time that I've done the tutorial, which the tutorial has been there now for about 2 or 3 years at least. Yeah, so I've only been able to get it complete once, and that was just a few weeks ago. All right, what we'll do now is actually get into some real gameplay. Again, I like to wait a few seconds. Oh, it looks like the tutorial's still going on for some reason. Oh, wow. Good news is we still have everything that we had before. Remember, there are times in the year where you can play this without purchasing anything. There's free flies, is what they call them. Another one's going to be coming up in October and November. I know for sure.
Not to jinx it, but I got a job offer yesterday.
All right, we got a minute. Which gives me some time to do some cool stuff. Let's do actions, player, emote. And then you can it'll end up showing up and you can do them even quicker now. Laughing at you, Strain. They're all laughing at you.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
Oh crap. All right, better get in before I miss it. Really do wish it was daytime. This would be so much cooler to take a look at. I love how you can see the space station up there. Those are other galaxies, I guess. Make her do the robot. There is a dance you can do, but I didn't see it. Cheer, greeting, greetings, blah. Maybe they took dance out. You used to be able to dance. I guess they took dance out. Blah, 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 blah.
Nearing next stop.
That weapon is like twice as big as her. First time what? Oh no, this is not my first time. But I don't normally stream this. All right, let's get there a little faster this time since... You all right there, buddy? He wants to shoot somebody.
That's how it goes, I guess.
Hi, and welcome to New Baggage. Be sure
All right, well...
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
whether it's the latest in cutting-edge technology or the beauty of our award-winning gardens. This city of tomorrow has a lot going on today.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us.
With the latest updates, radio, and resources, these people are receiving
Oh, I'm just trying to show people around. That's it. Because a lot of people that are seeing this have never seen this game, because I don't normally stream Star Citizen, so I'm just trying to help teach those about the game and trying to get them excited about it and wanting to give it a shot.
Aerospace. All systems online.
She's a crazy woman, this game. Not for the faint of heart sometimes.
Take off complete. Landing gear raised. Shields offline.
Right, that thing down there, yellow? That's where we just were, just so you know. What do I usually do in the verse? Anytime I play, I always do a mixture of everything. Maybe do a few bounty missions and, or try to do some delivery missions, that kind of thing. Look around, explore.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Okay, we gotta get close enough. Oh my god! Alright, something is completely wrong with this. That's the second time in a row when just going to there has crashed. So what we're going to do is that we're going to just go into live. We're not, yeah. We're just going to go into live. I don't know what's going on, but maybe there's a problem with the PTU right now. Every single time we get to that exact point, that's the second time that it just crashed right before we get to the station. So I'll just go back to the live stable version right now. So what we're jumping into right now is the live version. This is the PU. This is what all the people are playing right now. So some of the features that are in the new one, but it's not really nothing you'll notice any difference. It'll look exactly the same pretty much. We might be starting in a different location. I'm not sure where we're going to start here. I don't remember where I left off in the PU. DC Universe Online. Yes, luckily there is ship insurance in the game. So you don't have to worry about losing your ship. You can spawn it right back. That's the first time I ever have it crashed in the same exact place. So they definitely, that's got to be something, because usually when you can replicate something like that, then something's going on. All right, you're going to notice me in a different uniform because this is my actual account. This is not the PTU. So that's my actual character here and what I'm using. One thing I do want to make sure is I've got how many? 1, 2. I don't see any. Utility, none. Okay, so what I'll do is. All right, so we're not in the tutorial anymore. We're free to do whatever we want. So, Brian, thank you so much, bud. Oh yeah, I love this outfit. This is an exclusive outfit. You can only get if you're a Centurion, so... That's actually... I think I need a few of these. Just do 2. I just want to make sure. Do I have space? Now is... That's right. Whoa. That's the mining. I don't want mining. This should already have what I want in it. I hope nothing's changed. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Even though this looks like I'm doing the exact same thing I was just doing, it's going to be different.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily. Careful, doors are now closing. Capsule now approaching station.
That's another player character right there. Gold-plated RSI. Hello there, soldier. Hi. Kisses to you. Do you like my kisses? Mwah. See you later, big boy. She thinks my tractor beam sexy. It really turns her on. Alright, so now I'll get to spawn one of my ships instead of the basic tutorial ship. What's my character's MOS? Let's see. Hello. Hello, Glitchy, my old friend. What the heck is going on? What do I want to be? Yeah, we could try some bounty hunting. Maybe I'll do a delivery mission or two. You know what? Let's just be a 72 Lima. Or 71 Lima. Let's be an administrative assistant in Star Citizen. They got a job for that in Star Citizen? 71 Lima? How about it be a 31 Bravo? MP. Alright, so you'll see that I don't even need to go there. I can just usually go straight. It might make me pull a ship out first. I don't know. Let's see what it does. Normally I can just usually come right here and go right to my... Yeah, okay, cool. You were an MP? Nice, dude. Although I don't think that... Do they still call them 31 Bravos? I retired from the Army, so... Like, I don't know if they still call them 31 Bravos or not, or if they changed that. Because I was an MP way back in the day. Back in 2001 to 4. I was an MP. Oh, it looks like I have a ship up there. What ship is that? Why is that ship even here? Oh my gosh, it's still there. No way. That is so cool. So I stole this ship. The last time I played this game, which was about a week or two ago, 11 Bravo. Oh, so 11 Bravo is infantry. So you were an infantry. Okay. So I stole this ship after I beat one of the NPCs bounty hunting, right? And I went and stole this ship. This is really cool. I can't believe it's still here. I thought it would be gone. And it's literally 2 weeks later since I played this, and the ship is still here. Wow, that is cool. So let's take a look inside. This is a NPC ship. I stole it after I killed him in combat, so this is pretty cool. I don't think I even... Yep. See, I have no control over over anything, because you can't control the MP ships like this. The only way you can control and open up the things is from the cockpit, so... Hey, Everymute. This ship is called the Asgard, just so you guys know. I thought that this ship would have despawned by now. I didn't know that they would allow me to keep it on top of my hangar, which is pretty cool. If you wanted to get this ship, the Asgard, right now, I don't even think you can get it right now. It's not in the game yet. It's in the game. I mean, it's not purchasable in the game yet, and it's not even purchasable on the store yet either. So this is pretty interesting. Let's go. Let's do a combat mission here. So we're going to go to contracts. Oh, it's done. Nope, they're still doing resource drive. It's still going on. Okay. Let's do bounty hunter. I'm just going to do a simple one. Single seer. Yeah, we'll just do a simple. So accept the mission, track. Then we go over to maps so we can find out where it is. All right, there's Stanton. There we go. All right, we're over here. So zoom in, zoom out, went too far. There it is. All right, there's our location, and we're gonna set the route. Now we need to get out of here. If he said he's 11 Bravo, he's Army. Yeah, I retired from the Army in 2000. What was it, guys? 2021, I think? Jeez. Long time ago. You was in the armies. Okay, so you're just not in anymore. So I need to hit I because my systems are offline right now.
Engines online.
So that puts my engines on, and now I can get out of here.
Takeoff complete.
So this ship, like I said, looks really weird because I destroyed it. That's why it looks the way it does. That's why it looks like it's all worn and beaten out and everything like that. Because I fought this ship and I destroyed it. So the only way to shut the stuff is, I think, where is it at? Engines. There we go. Close. There we go. See? From the cockpit, we can close it. All right, let's get out of here. We got to get up. This is based off of the ship called the Valkyrie. We got to wait till we get to a certain altitude before we can jump. All right, now we can actually jump.
Quantum drive is now off.
Let me show you this. You'll be amazed by this. It's beautiful. Get ready. Look at that. Is that not just one of the prettiest sights? The coolest thing that I think in this game is this. Right here.
Offline.
You're gonna get out. Oh, I forgot I can't. I have to open it manually, probably. Yeah, because I'm not able to open it. I'm not able to open it manually. So I need to go over here, open exterior. That should open everything up. Now I can get out. Make sure I have my helmet on. Always make sure you have a helmet on before you go out. Nothing to see here. Oh, someone's got a... Someone had a ship close to there. This is where this game shines. Right here. take a look. I mean, imagine, you know, using that as like your wallpaper or whatever, and you're just sitting there relaxed. No, the planet doesn't look flat from here for those that think the, you know, flat Earth theory. Remember, this is the farthest planet from the sun. So like I said, all this planet is pretty much a lot of ice, a lot of snow. There is a few areas that have habitable, like green zone areas where, you know, you got forests and trees and things. But mostly it's water frozen in snow. Like I said, you could just go around and search your, you know, look at the outside of your ship. Where's the sun? There's the sun. The sun is the fakest thing in this game because it's only a placement. It's not a real sun. Like they don't even have the actual sun modeled or anything like that. Pretty cool, right? This is why you play Star Citizen. It's for moments like this. You have no idea like how much, like I said, we can't control because it's not our ship. Since I was a little boy, space has been everything to me. That's why I love these types of games. This thing even has a bathroom. The shitter in the shower, and then you got your bunks. All right, what do you say we actually?
Engines online.
Let's go do some combat. Now the combat in the PU can be a little hit and miss sometimes.
Quantum drive is now on.
Looks like it's going to be in the dark. Depending on how much over... Yeah, it's going to be in the dark. Alright. Alright, we're getting closer to our target. Then we'll need to put our shields on so we can go into weapons mode.
Drive is now off.
Alright, we're close enough, so I'm going to hold down B.
Shields online.
That'll put our weapons mode on. You can see all the weapons below our ship on the left side. Tells you how many weapons we have. We're going to hit G so they're all controlled here by the gimbal. You can see them fire.
Bogey.
There we go. If we wanted to, We can also, we have missiles. You can do tab, so that way you can see where the landing is. So right there is the ship. So what we could do is we could go to this mode. Eagle 1, Fox 2. Eagle 1, Fox 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, here we go. Always be aware of where the ground is.
Target destroyed.
There we go. That was simple. And we just earned like, I don't know, 19,000. That was pretty easy. All right, let me see what else we got here. Why that's happening. Let's do a... Okay, so you can see the history. Bounty mission completed. Neutralize targets. We gained, I think, like 19K from it. All right, let's do one of these here. So let's do resource drive on Microtech. Small cargo theft. A group of outlaws. 4 SCU. Collect copper from Shubing mining facility. Let's do this one right here. All right, make sure we track it. Go into maps. There's the collect shipment. Hit route. And let's go.
Shields offline.
We should be able to... Oh, collect shipment. There we go. I was choosing the wrong one.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on.
I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a tomorrow night stream because my mom's coming in and I kind of want to spend a little time with her to start. So we will be doing Mass Effect 3, of course, tomorrow, 11 a.m., like always. So this is not a combat mission. What we're doing is we're going to go pick up supplies and we're going to take them back to a station. We're not the only ones here.
Landing gear deployed.
There's a lot of ships here. Okay. Landing complete.
Takeoff complete. Engines offline.
Oh, I always do that. This ship cannot open. Homemade beef stew. There we go. All right, we got to pick up some stuff. So we're going to have to get out our... Right there. This is our tractor beam. See? So what we'll have to do first... It's loading the contents. The freight manager. Sorry, a little glitch there. Here we go. Okay, so we need to lower the level, lower the elevator. Ooh, corn on the cob. Sounds good. Now we need to pick up all these, so we just want to select all, move to elevator, and press up to raise it. Get out our... There we go. All this cargo we need to load. So there should be an atlas somewhere. Would make this a little bit easier, but we'll just have to do this old style. All right, let's start there. We'll do three. We'll stack three high. You don't want to do stack too much. All right, so notice how they have different colors. They're all going to the same spot, but the different colors just represents different. So if they were going to different spaces, what you would want to do is you'd want to do this. You'd want to separate them differently so that you put them all so you know, okay, this is going to go here, this is going to go here, but all these are technically going to the same space. So it doesn't matter where you stack these, but if they were going to different locations, you would want to stack them accordingly so that you don't accidentally put one thing into another one. All right, so what's left are these. You've got, so 2 more. Let's take another red. Actually, let's take this first. This is Corundum. Now, we can move this around. We can actually rotate it by pressing R. And then we can rotate it that way. So that way, when we do this, it lines up a little bit differently. So we can set that there. That's Corundum. But it's a smaller piece. We'll put the smaller pieces in front. Okay, those are red, those are yellow, red. All the rest is the same. Oh, we got one here. That's copper. What is this one here? Tungsten, okay. Copper. Now, like I said, there's a better tractor weapon that would allow you to do this much easier as well. But I don't have that weapon currently on me right now. I don't know if I can go higher. Oh, we can. Wow. Oh, yeah, so it's harder to move when there's these things blocking it. What are you talking about? Being tased is fun. We had to be tased way back in the day when I was an MP. It was part of the training where you had to be tased during basic training. All right. Is that everything? That is. We got it all. Look at that. That's it, folks. Now you see all these other vehicles here? I don't know what they're doing. Someone just left a bunch of stuff out here. So if I wanted to, I could pick up all of this right here. And I could put it in my ship too. And turn it in. And get money from it. I could sell it for money. See? Like this is quantum fuel. What is this? Hydrogen. Stems. Titanium. Let's take a thing of titanium. Just for schnitz and giggles. Okay. All right, there's all the stuff we just packed, so we're ready. So we are going to Port Tressler or New Babbage. Let's go to Port Tressler. That's the space station. So I haven't showed you about landing at a space station yet. All right, we need to close. There we go. Everything's closed. All right. Let's get out of here.
Online. Takeoff complete. Shields offline. Landing gear raised. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
So as soon as we get close enough, we'll need to hail. Look at that sun and the way it looks. It's so good.
Shields online.
All right, shields on. Once you get close enough, we can press Alt-N to hail the frequency, or you can do F. Communications, hail. There's our hangar. Looks like it's on the other side. Landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
There it is. Now notice that we are upside down. So what we can do is come in like that. Now what we want to do is we want to put this as close to where the freight elevator needs to be. So there's the freight elevator. So we're going to come in here and we're going to turn. I'm going to bring it a little to the side. We're going to come over. About right there. We'll move up just slightly. Perfect. And okay.
Engines offline.
All right. Need to open up. All right, so now we need to press 5 and start the process. Anytime there's something next to it, you can't pick it up, I guess. Yeah, see, that one doesn't, oh, because there's these there. Now that's the titanium. This is not part of the contract. So I'm still going to store it inside. And I'm going to be able to sell it for a little bit of extra cash. Even though it's not part of mine, but you can sell whatever extra excess stuff you have. I love it when this game works. It's one of the most funnest things. Especially if you're like into survival games. This is like perfect for those of you that like DayZ, those type of things. Okay, so as you can see, everything is in and everything looks like it's connected. Now, this is where it might be a problem because there's been some issues lately of you not being able to turn things in. So let's see. Okay, 4 out of 4, 1 out of 1, 1 out of 1, tungsten, copper, tungsten, chromium, tungsten. Now, notice how the titanium's not in there, but that's okay. All right, it says it's transferring. That's good. And it should say that we've completed the mission. There we go. The mission worked. It worked. And we just gained another 50-some thousand. I got tier 1 rewards. You've been awarded a Microtech multi-tool and a Falston jump shoot Microtech edition. Nice. So this is a space station that we're on currently. What I want to do is I want to see about sell.
I spoke to my bosses about all the good work you've been doing, and they've approved a nice bonus for you. Enjoy. It's Remy. Thanks for knocking out that contract. Microtech appreciates your hard work. Remy here. Everything looks good from our side regarding your contract. processing it now so you can get paid.
Nice. Let's head inside and gonna head to, let's see. All right. We need, see, this is a space station. That's a human right there, a player. I love the view. Now remember, when this station travels with the planet, so when you get on the other side and the sun is there, it's just such a beautiful sight to see. I'm a little famished. You know, we've been working hard. Why don't we have a hot dog? So we're going to hit Alt-H. And I'll show it to you. Alt-H. This puts your helmet down. Now this is my actual character, the one that I created myself. And we're going to get ourselves a trusty hot dog. So a quick buy. You know what you want to do with that hot dog. With that wiener, put that right in your mouth. There you go. There you go. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. You're a thirsty boy, Strain. Get yourself a nice soda. Here. Give yourself a nice little drink here. There you go. Open her up. Enjoy that cold brewski, baby. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. That's the stuff. All right. Now, you want to do the right thing by throwing it away in the trash can. This is what we do. We're good. So, hold it down. Insert can. Saving the world one can at a time. For some reason I can't emote. That's weird. Oh well. Yeah. No emotes. Alright, what we need to do is see if we can sell that one piece of thing that we left. Remember, we picked up someone else's cargo. So let's see if we can go down to the Galleria. Hey, Dwayne. We need to head over to the admin office. Which I think is going to be down. Actually, we can do this. So we can hit F2 to bring up our map. There's administration there. So why don't I click on it? There you go. It gives us a route to let us know where we need to go. And then if you look at the map, you can see there's a guideline on the map that now tells us in the top left how to get to where we're going. See it? And that's how you can create your waypoints when you're on stations and all that good stuff. So there's the admin office. All right.
Good morning. Or afternoon.
I mean, look at the detail. Is that pretty good detail or what? It might look a little... The lighting might be a little weird because I'm playing in HDR. But it doesn't look weird on my screen, but it might look weird on yours. Like a little brighter than normal, I guess. Alright. So we should, in our ship... Hold on. Oh. No, wait. Hold on. There we go. Tressler? There you go. Titanium right there. You can shop quartz, pressurize. It looks like this place is not buying titanium right now. This shop doesn't accept the container size. So I'd have to figure out where I could sell this. But you could see that you could sell what we picked up. Yeah. That might be a good stream to do too, Green. Do a Deus Ex Mankind Divided stream at some point. We also need to figure out what we're playing, what new platinum we're going to start playing on Monday, now that Mafia's done. Don't forget, Metal Gear Solid Delta is going to start 8 or 9 days, or actually, hold on. 10 days would be the 24th, so 12 days from now. So whatever we do is going to have to be something that we can complete within 12 days. So there's admin. Where is...
Come, visit Orison, the city in the clouds.
Put our helmet back on. Deus Ex decided. I don't know. As far as a platinum for Deus Ex, I don't think we can finish that in less than 6 streams. So that's probably a no-go as far as a platinum. All right, what do we got here? So, oh, here's the bar. Ooh, we got a pool table and play some pool. Huh? Do some slots? How about some Hyper Vanguard Force 4 Moon Assault Nexus? Game over, man. Space Race. Now, normally I would allow my members to do that, which is going to happen at the end of the month. We're going to pick the games for the month of September that our members will pick. But this month was a little weird because we started late, and then we've had a bunch of games that have come out. Especially, we've got Metal Gear Solid Delta and Gears of War Reloaded. And I definitely want to do Metal Gear Solid 3, the Master Collection, at some point. But I'm also afraid that if I do Metal Gear Solid 3 Master Collection, then people will get tired of Metal Gear Solid 3, because literally the Master Collection Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is the same exact game as Metal Gear Solid Delta, down to a T. Everything is the same exact place. It's exactly the same. So it's essentially, I would be platinuming the same game twice. The only difference is one is the remake, which is modeled with newer graphics, but works and plays exactly the same. That's the only thing that's keeping me from like, should I do MGS3 Snake Eater before Delta? Because it means I wouldn't be needing to play the same game twice. Just one of them would be the remake and the other one would not. But there's no difference between the two. None at all. Except for the fact one's going to have better graphics than the other. That's it. Now, they do have bartender mechanics in here, but I'm not sure if they're on right now, meaning that you can get drinks and stuff like that. So, but I don't think it's on current. But I've done it before. Where is... It's not down here. You never get tired of MGS3. I know. I have to look at it because I know you could actually platinum MGS3 in like just a few hours. Like I've literally seen people platinum MGS3, the Master Collection, in just like 2 hours. If you know exactly what you're doing, of course. So here's your shops. This is where you can buy like new gear and all that. There's a good T-posing lady. Oh, did you do a poll? I don't see the poll. See, that's the only thing that sucks about using the chat system that I have. I don't see the poll you just put out. Let's head over to the food court. Want some noodles? Got some noodles? Noodles? Let's give them a shot. See how good they are. Well, first, I'll take off that. Okay. Look at these noodles. Oh, that's some good noodles. Look at that. Delish. Yeah, there's probably not enough people in here right now to do a vote. Like I said, Star Citizen I knew wouldn't get really any people watching. But hopefully I can convert 1 or 2 players into this game because it's a really fun game. And I didn't want to start a new platinum yet until Monday. I always like starting platinums at the beginning of the week because it just makes things easier for people to say, Monday we're starting, you know. Juice bar. Get your juice. Get your juice on. Get your juice on. Get your goose on. What do you got? He's skilled with the chopsticks. That's right. Remember, this is just a space station. I don't think we have anything here. I'm not 100% sure. We do have a few things here. We've got some medical devices here. I've got a med pin here. So I got a few things here. Each location has its own inventory items. You have to put them in there or whatever. Well, I don't know if you saw the Mafia of the Old Country Platinum, but the last video we did, I thought it was going to take us 3 to 4 hours to get the rest of the collectibles. That was not the case. It took us 7 hours to get the collectibles. Where's the hamburgers? Oh, there's that's the burrito. How can you be a burrito bar and not have any burritos out? Oh, they're right there. Well, I mean, we had promised that we would get the platinum done on that day, and I made a promise, and my commitment said keep that promise. And so we did. I do need some people to play Gears of War Insanity with, right? If we're going to do Gears of War Reloaded, right? I gotta maybe get some people involved. Because I know Green isn't going to want to play it with me. I don't think he's a big Gears fan.
That is truly unforgettable. Whether you're just looking to spend the day in a lounge
6 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah. We got it done though.
With shuttles arriving quickly. What are you waiting for?
Weather.
Here's your med bay. So like, see how my health is at 90% right now?
By being here, already taking.
If you want to get your health up without having to use a med pin, well, looks like.
Urgent page for Nurse Radcliffe.
All right, it says room 0.
Patient wearing blue pants, a red striped shirt, a truncheon white hat, and black attention. As of now, Lab 2 is off limits to all staff until further notice. No one go into Lab 2.
Yeah, none of these are going to let me in.
Just by being here, already taking. Looking to improve your health? At Kelto RX, medicine isn't only about healing. It's about being your best.
Patients and guests are not allowed in the
This is where you could regen. So if you want to spawn at any location, any planets or any space station, you reset your location so you'll start spawning here when you die as opposed to spawning back at your normal area.
At Kelto RX, medicine isn't.
My current regen is at Seraphim Clinic.
Medical concerns got you worried? Forget that stress. Just relax.
Yeah, I want to be out here. I like it out here. Transfer. All right. I have to show you this. This is something I have to show you guys.
got an accident.
You deserve to see it.
Pretty big one, so team stand by.
Kelto RX, where fast and reliable medical treatment is.
I'll go ahead and med pin. There you go. See, I got my health back. And now I'm 7.4% full of drugs. All right. You guys want to see me travel to another star system? I'm sure you're all so very excited to see it. I can just tell by the audience. All right. So what we're going to do... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I'll do it. All right, I'm going to go into Sinistrain's medium hangar. All right. All right, that ship's probably going to disappear, so say goodbye.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle.
These are our ships, so I'm going to get out the... What would be a fun ship to get out right now? I kind of want to get this one out. Let's get out the Intrepid. So I'm going to claim it.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
All right, so we got to wait
Thank you.
a minute and 24 seconds before we can get it out.
Please visit us again.
How much do gaming PCs go for? Well, it really just depends on the type of gaming PC. There's no, like, set amount of money that a gaming PC goes for. That's not how it works. Just depends on every bit of thing is different. So if you're injured, you can come back here and then you would hit this and you would be able to heal you could go to the medical facility to heal your injuries. We are going to travel to another star system.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle.
Is it ready yet? 7 seconds. All right.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following. Please visit us again.
Hi. Hi, Felicia. Now, what should happen is that should magically disappear. I hope. It didn't. It's still there. You can't even see my actual ship. Alright. Alright, there's. I hope I'm going to be able to use this ship. It would be hilarious if I can. Okay, ramp access. Alright. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on. Target friendly.
All right, we're okay. Even though that ship is still there. Upside down, though. Nothing to see here, folks. Hasn't opened yet. Try it again. There we go.
Landing gear up.
This is another starter ship that you can get. It's got one gun, this ship, but it's a big gun. Isn't that beautiful? Look, you can literally see the landing area down there, right below the left of our ship. That's where the city is. All right, we are going to Pyro. I told you guys we'd go to Pyro, so let's go to Pyro. So F2 brings up the star charts. We need to go outside of the planet, and we are going to head to the gateway. Terra Gateway, Magnus Gateway, Pyro Gateway right here. There we go. We got our... It's a big jump. Okay. Hold down B.
Shields off.
Pyro Gateway. Now I want you to watch this as we go by. You ready? There we go. And the nice relaxing music. This is going to take about 7 minutes or so. So this will give me a chance to show you the ship, look around the ship. Where we're traveling to is the Pyro Gateway. This is the quick travel. This is how you get around from planet to planet or from to a different system. So let's bring it back in. And we're going to get out of our seats. This is one of the starter ships that you can get. Really, really good ship. There's your radar. Life support. Here's your habitat area. So you've got your captain's quarters bed. This is where you can store your weapons. So you would press 1 here. This is my Christmas LMG. And essentially you just hit F. Puts it in there. You can store it. You can hit 2 or 3. There you go. This is my pistol that I have. You can place that one up there. There's your bed. You can sit down. This is how you can log out too. So you can literally go to sleep. You hold it down and you hit lie down. And then this is how you can log out of the game, and then you'll actually load back into the game the same place you were. So you're in the middle of space, you where's it at? You find out where it is. It's been a while since I've done this. But you would just essentially hit log out, and then that's how you log out and whatnot. I think this is the shitter here. Yep. You got your bathroom. Your toilet. Whatever you do, don't look into the mirror because it's a vast emptiness of space. You can actually store things down here. So if you wanted to put like a drink or something, you could store it there. Which I don't think I have a drink on me right now. In my armor. No, I don't. You can sit down if you want to chill with your friends as you're waiting. So if you go back here, this is where you can unload your cargo. So you got 2 sections of cargo on this ship, here and there. And soon there'll be engineering gameplay if you got someone with you, and let's say you're taking damage to your ship. Well, there could be another player back here is at your engineering table, and he's fixing all of the damage that's happening. Like say the fire catches inside. He'd have to come over here, he'd grab the fire extinguisher, he'd have to put out the fire, that kind of thing, when you're in the middle of combat and whatnot. So it's, it's that multi-functioning gameplay where you can have multiple people, trying to help you out. Okay, that's not good. Oh my gosh. All I wanted to do... All I wanted to do was jump to the pyro system. I just wanted to show you real quick how cool it is to jump from one system to the other. It's a really cool feature. And unfortunately, the game decided not today, stream. Not today. So I am stuck here in space. My ship is still traveling, just so you know. Yep, I took some damage, as you can see by my helmet there. My ship is still on its way. And I am in the vastness of space. Game does not want me to show you Pyro today, I guess. Ugh. Whatever you do, don't look directly into the light. I'm just chilling. Just chilling here. It was a glitch. I was just walking in my ship, and then all of a sudden it kicked me out of the ship. And the ship is going like mega meters. It's going like the speed of light. And it kicked me out. And so I'm stuck here in the vastness of empty space. And there's nothing around me. There's no way I can... There's one thing you can do when the situation like this happens, and that is bring up your... Oh no. It's zoomed in for some reason. I can't even... I can't... It's zoomed in. I can't see. You can call... You would be able to call in a beacon, and that beacon you would say, I'll pay you 20,000 space bucks if you can come and pick me up. And then you can get somebody to come and pick you up or whatever and take you to a station. Or if you had friends you were playing with, they could come and quantum travel to you and pick you up so that you're not left behind. But as you can see, something's gone wrong right now because I can't even bring up my Moby Glass. There we go. Okay. I can at least see right here. So I don't know where it went. So what you would do is, yeah, you go to comms and you could say, hey, can somebody pick me up? And then, you know, you tell them where you are on the map system or whatever. You'd say, I'm at this location, which is literally in between. I'm close to Hurston right now. But yeah, you can see you're kind of screwed. It used to be a thing called beacons, but I think they don't have that in here anymore. I don't see any beacons. Yeah, I don't see beacons on here. They must have got rid of that for now until they got it fixed or something. So there's really only one thing I could do. See, eventually my oxygen is going to run out. So the fear glitched me out. Yeah. So you can see it's already going down 95%. And then I don't have any oxygen. I didn't bring any extra oxygen canisters. So you could see how fast it would go out. See, it's a bit at 95% for a little bit. I can self-terminate myself by pressing the self-terminate button, or I can take my helmet off in the vastness of space and see what happens. Which is probably what we're going to do. All right, well, strain. All good things must come to an end. See my health getting down? He's dying and he's dead. There I am. I am Synthestray no more. So this is the incapacitation screen. So there you go. Now it's going to take me back to the exact place that I transferred my imprint. So you remember when I went to the hospital and I clicked transfer imprint? It's going to take me right back there. Now, if you died and say you had a crime stat, it'll take you straight to prison. Here we are. Okay. So a new, what's normally that's going to happen soon is that when you do this, you're going to have a gown on. You're going to be a clone of your former self. That's how the game is going to be played. But for the alpha purposes, they keep you in the same outfit you just had on. So we didn't lose anything that we already didn't have on us. So if we press inventory, you could still see. Now, the only thing that we did lose, and this kind of sucks, is because we took our helmet off. We no longer have that helmet. And I don't see our weapons either. So it took our weapons, at least it took everything but the multi-tool and that. But it took our LMG. Yeah, see, nothing else is in there. Alright, so we still got our helmet at least. We just don't have... Yes, you can break out of prison. Yep. There's a specific, there's a few different ways to break out of prison.
As of now,
or you can work to get out of prison. You could do mining, and then you can help reduce your prison sentence by doing some mining, and it'll get you out of prison.
Urgent page for Dr. Chung.
All right, I'm going to try this one more time. Except this time, we are going to take, if I can.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I don't know where it is. It says unload. I'll have to claim it. Oh, it's going to take too long to claim. Well, 3 minutes. That's not too bad. All right, so we got 3 minutes before we can take that ship.
Please visit us. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Now, we can literally go and find this ship again, find our old body to get our rifle back. But technically, we don't even need to do that. Because if you come here and then you just go to where... We can equip... Oh, we don't have any weapons here. Crap. Dang it. Another one of those. We still have a pistol, though? No pistol, either. That's alright. Okay, we have to wait 3 minutes until we can... We're going to take a big ship that we have. We have a big ship called the Star Lancer. It's a huge ship. And we're going to take that ship out. So we just have to wait till it gets delivered here, which I think it's got probably another minute.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, minute 6 seconds, then we can get it out. You can see that's where our ship is. So the Crusader Intrepid is only It's 218 kilometers away. I don't know why it says it's that close. But we could literally jump to it, which is a pretty cool thing. I mean, look at that view. Jeez. Hopefully we're not going to lose this ship.
Please visit Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
11 seconds. All right.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Oh, this is going to suck. Oh, good. It's taking us to a large hangar. That means that that one ship shouldn't be there anymore, because this is a large hangar, not a medium hangar. This is a big ship. Not the biggest by a long shot, but I'll do a little look around first so you guys can see just how big it is. And I'll put us on so you can compare it to our size. This is called the Starlancer Max. So, what pole was even out there? I don't even know what pole was out. All right, let's get in. What pole did you even do? Do I need to like pause this real quick and see what pole you're even talking about? Here, hold on. All right, I'm looking at it. Where's the pole? I see it here. What should Strain's next platinum be? Deus Ex, also Deus Ex, again Deus Ex. I am surprised that also Deus Ex and again Deus Ex tied. I'm very, very surprised. I did not see it coming that way. I did not see it coming that way. Very cringy poll. You tell him, Renee. Tell Green how cringy he is. All right, let's get in this ship. I'll show you around. Actually, I'm just going to go straight. We're going to get to Pyro, and I'll show you in the time to... We ain't going to fall out of this ship, so don't worry. He says before he falls out of the ship again. As you can see, this ship has a big ass, so we can get vehicles up in this. Plenty of room and space for activities in here, as you can see. Lots of space for activities. All right, we're just going to go... yeah. We're just going to go straight up. That's right. My weapons are on the... So we need to go and pick up my weapons. Thank you, Green. We need to go... We need to quantum to my weapons. Yeah. That's right. So I think, I don't know how to do this exactly. Oh, that's my body. Where is my ship? There it is. I don't think I can get to my ship because it's still traveling. Look at it. It's still moving. Well, this is going to take a while because it won't let me quantum to the ship. Probably because it's still moving. Unfortunately, my ship says it's only 300 kilometers away. So I can't... It's supposed to be way farther away than this. You can see how long this would take. You guys want to count down from 285 for me? What, 60 seconds per minute, 120, 2 minutes, 240, 4 minutes. It's going to take us about 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes to get here. I might be able to go a little faster. Nope, I can only, my top speed is 980, or 890, because this ship can only go so fast. But we are catching up to the ship. I say pass. I say pass too. I don't need the weapon, whatever. The ship, the thing is that the ship is currently moving. So even if I turned off my engines right now and came to a stop, slowly. Non-stop action, exactly. This game has it all. See? It's currently moving. 242, 242, now it's going to go 243, and we're stopping. So my ship is still moving. I wouldn't even be able to get into the ship, so there's no point in doing that. So what I want to do is go to the Pyro Gateway. Where is... Alright, let me find Pyro Gateway here again. All right, let's try this one more time. All right, I should not fall out of my ship this time. All right, let's take a look at this ship. Your radar, all that stuff here. These are your remote turrets, so you can have two separate people. Off to watch X-Men Origins. Great movie. Enjoy it. You're gonna miss me jumping from one station to the next, or from one system to the next. You got your escape pods. Your ladder, your elevator to go down to the deck. This is your kind of area where your crew can hang around. Pool table, bar. Will it happen this time? We're going to find out. All right, so we got left and right. So here we go. We've got, this is where your crew would stay. They get a bunk, place to sit, to work. They get their own bathroom. You got your own shampoo in there, so that's nice. And it's, there's where we came out of, if you remember. This is the captain's quarters. So it's a little bit bigger. You get a storage area. Place for two here. In case captain's sleeping with one of the crew. But you get the same bathroom. When am I going to start picking back up Cyberpunk? September, for sure. I'll start doing more Cyberpunk streams in September. This is your engineering. Power plants, batteries, quantum drive. Now remember, you're going to need all these people here in case a fire starts if you're in the middle of a fight or something. That's another big room. In another room, they're all the same pretty much. So if we head back through here, we can take this ladder. Yeah, we'll get back into it. I just wanted a little bit of a break. That's all. So this is, I don't know what this room is. I don't know what these are. It's a suit locker. Okay. So eventually you're going to have to put your suits up in these locations. Place for you to sit. Now this is the cool part of the ship here. This is your cargo. So you have a place to walk here, and then you have these taller areas here for cargo. This is where, if you were doing cargo missions, this is where you would put your cargo. They open up in a really cool way. Whatever you do, don't jump out. That's pretty cool though, right? All right, and then of course you've seen the back. This is also cargo. All this area right here is cargo. And there you go. That's a little quick ship tour of the Misk Starfarer. Or excuse me, Star Lancer Max. I'm not jumping out. I was tempting fate there. I was gonna laugh my butt off if it happened again. Totally. We made it back in, folks. We didn't fall out this time. How much further we got? All right, we got 12 gigameters. Giggity meters.
75%.
So we're going to come up on the pyro jumpway here pretty soon. It'll come into view. And then we are going to jump to pyro. I've only showed you one planet. I mean, I didn't really show you any of the other planets here, so you're going to notice the color palette of pyro is going to be different. It's going to be more orange. And it's going to be less clean. You saw the areas around the planets and everything looked pretty clean. Well, when you go to pyro, it's more of dirty and kind of piratey and all that stuff. You see in the station how nice the stations were that we were just on? Well, you're going to notice if I go to a station how not nice it is. Here's the jump. All right. All right, where is the actual gateway? We got to find it. I don't even know where it is. Okay, there's the station. There it is. All right. Couldn't see where it was. It just randomly crashed. right. Okay, now I want to read this out loud in case you can't see it. In order to reproduce this crash, you must follow these most important steps. Step 1. Take your hands in front of your face. Step 2. Grip your neck with said hands, either in a cross pattern or one on top of the other. I would go for the cross pattern for the most neck space. 3. Squeeze as tight as you can for 1 minute. Gotcha. P.S. If you work out a little and you're in good shape, it might take a little longer than 1 minute. But if you're not in good shape like me, it'll take a minute or less. I can see for me, it only took, 5 seconds? PPS. This method will get you the results you desire after playing about 1 hour of Star Citizen. PPPS. Apply when needed. Yours truly, everyone. So as you can clearly see, I'm not in the shape that I should be in. Okay? Let's go ahead and send this report and hope that the powers that be read it and apply as needed. I really wanted to show you guys. I really wanted to show you guys what it was like to jump. It's so cool. Essentially, when you're jumping from one star system to the other, you go through this mini game, right? So you go inside that thing. You got to get it yourself prepared. It tells you you need to wait. You have to calibrate, do a few things. And thank you for your submission. Oh, okay. And then you go to this mini game. So you're flying through this kind of tunnel. This tunnel has areas that you can fly through. Like you have to kind of maneuver around these areas. If you have to keep moving through the areas as you go until you get to the other side, which then leads you to the next star system. If you fail and you touch the sides of the tunnel, you can get thrown out into space. It's a pretty cool little mini game, and yeah. Oh, Felix Baumgartner on July 17th on my birthday. Wow, wasn't Felix Baumgartner? Wasn't he the guy that did the jump from the Red Bull space thing or whatever? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it today. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m., of course, for our daily Mass Effect 3 stream, where we're going to be taking care of Thesian, whatever it's called, the Asari homeworld. So I hope to see you guys there. I'd love to do another Star Citizen stream at some point. I love Star Citizen, and I can honestly say most of the time when I play it by myself and I'm just chilling, I don't get crashes. Like, I haven't had a crash in Star Citizen when I'm just chilling by myself, just playing in a long time. So obviously, some of these crashes could have been from, obviously their own fault of the servers. It could have been from because I'm streaming on 2 networks, taking up a lot of graphical juice, and things end up, being weird and stuff like that. But I definitely can recommend this game for people. It can be frustrating. It could take a while to get into, but it's cool to try out, especially if you're into space games and adventures and stuff like that. And I'm so excited for when Squadron 42 comes out, and it's going to be a game I'm going to cover in a playthrough, of course, when we do Squadron 42, when it finally comes out in the year 2050 or 2060 or 70, one of those years. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. A big shout out again to Trutchers, and I hope I'm saying that right, for at least allowing us to make a little dough tonight. That means a lot. We didn't have any donations this morning, so getting close to that tip goal tonight really definitely helped, because guys, remember, we don't barely make anything on here. So every little bit of donations or becoming members or Patreons or super chats, all, likes, comments, all that kind of stuff, it just helps keep this channel alive. As I say that, make sure you're always commenting on the videos. Make sure you're always liking them, sharing them. I want to spread my love of gaming to all of you out there. And this is the best way I can do it. And I hope I'm doing a good enough job to making your day go by just a little bit easier. So I love you all. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Be safe. And thanks for spending a little time with me. We'll see you next time. Peace out. My bitches. Meow.